Good morning. Welcome to the Windy City. You guys are all from the Windy City, but I'm from New Hampshire, and it's not this windy there. But my name is Bob Tewksbury. I'm a veteran Major League pitcher, and 13 years in the Major Leagues, a little bit of time right here on this field, and I'm thrilled to have been asked to come and participate in this week, or in this day. On behalf of Chicago Ideas Week, I'd like to welcome you into our discussion on baseball and tradition. This morning we will explore what America's love of baseball says about our culture, and why does the game continue to enamor us and define us. I don't have many playing stories here in Chicago that are worth sharing, but I do remember as a member of the Cardinals, my dad was flying in from Chicago to get my car to drive it back home at the end of the season. And so I went to the airport to pick my father up. And I was at the terminal waiting, and the flight's coming from Chicago. I'm pitching this day, picking him up, and off comes Steve Stone, Harry Carey, Andre Dawson. The whole Cubs team was coming off this plane. And they're looking at me like, oh my God, we must be really going bad for the starting pitcher of the opposing team to greet us at the airport. So I'll never forget that day. Ended up at the batting cage. Ron Santo came up to me and said, I have never ever been in the game my whole life. I've never ever seen the opposing pitcher meet the team at the airport. And he said, the way you've been pitching, we probably should have had you hijacked and taken somewhere else. I came from a small town in New Hampshire, blinking yellow light, low income family. And so I had to borrow money to go to spring training and from a friend. I get to spring training. I drove down to spring training in a 1978 two-tone brown Mercury Zephyr. And I'm styling. And so I drive down and I'm pulling into Fort Lauderdale, and there's Mercedes and Beamers and all that. So I pitched 20 consecutive scoreless innings, and I make the team in spring training. We fly to New York. We have an event at the Waldorf Astoria. You have to wear a suit. I don't own a suit. So I'm going shopping around in Florida prior to going up there. They said at this event after I made the team. So I go to Chess King. Does anyone remember Chess King? And I bought a gray suit with a pink shirt and a thin black tie. And I walked out of there like I was a big leaguer. And so I wore it to the event. And about a week later or so, Winnie came into the locker room with a suit. He goes, hey, this is an Italian-made suit, beautiful gray. You might have to have it altered a little bit, yeah, but it's probably a $2,000 suit. I want you to throw that other one away. And he did, and it still hangs in my closet, and I'm happy to introduce Dave Winfield.